to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is Saturday Bolo Day. We give you a whole bunch of things that sold last week and do a deep dive into them. Mr. Magazine was running behind this week, so I picked his things out for him as well. So it's going to be a little bit different today. And what's the first thing I picked out, Mr. Magazine?
Well, obviously, you're very biased to some of the things I sell because you're a Hardy Boys fan, but 1969 Hardy Boys board game by Milton Bradley. And looks to be all complete and only sold for about $23.
I got a question for you, Mr. Magazine.
Sure.
What do you collect?
Comics, toys.
Star Wars, Batman, Spider-Man. Sure. What do you come into every single Monday morning over at the store?
Star Wars stuff.
Ah, okay.
Spider-Man.
Hey, who collects Hardy Boys?
Oh, you, but you already have that.
Oh. Did you ask me?
I knew you already had it because I already got you one.
Oh, all right.
I think there's two versions. I think you got them both.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what are the different versions? Because I was unaware of that.
The covers, I think they were made at different times. But I think one's all blue cover, you know how like the books were?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But
for
$20 I'll buy you another one.
Nice. Not just, I wanted to put this up there though as well. You've had a fair amount of trouble lately selling board games.
Yeah, people have been fussy with condition.
It's completeness is the real thing.
Right, yeah, right, definitely. Unfortunately, these guys aren't experts on games, and they don't want to take the extra time to make sure they're complete. So they'll put comes as shown. It's kind of like selling it as is, but when people buy that, they don't expect to be incomplete either.
Well, and one of the things too is and this is something to look for if you're getting into games out there. Sometimes the games have either on the back of the box or in the instructions they have a list of what's supposed to be there.
Right.
That makes it easy.
Yeah, and some of the experts or diehard collectors, they will ask if they don't see something. With models are the same way. We sell a lot of models. And when you open the box up, it's got to have the instructions, just like the board games and stuff. But, usually they'll say, hey, I don't see this piece or how many of those pieces. So, we've had a little trouble lately, but hopefully we'll get back on the right road there.
Well, the problem is if they don't have that list, and that's where you need to be very, very careful unless you're buying things absolutely right, because there will be people that do research on the internet and find out it's supposed to have 36 cards and yours only has 32,
right.
And then they're going to hold you up for a very large refund because they're going to be, it's not even complete.
Yeah, and the only other way to do it, and again, it takes more time, and my employees like to kind of rush through it, but, look for the same one that's sold from someone else and say, hey, are these pieces, match up their pieces with yours?
But even then, if there's a pile of cards and the
That's
person
true.
doesn't say how many cards there are, and that was a problem that you had as well.
Sure.
Next item that I chose was this. What is it?
Game of Thrones Funko Pop, miscellaneous lot of 5 Funkos, and I watched the show. I don't know exactly their names, but that's what you have. It only went for $20, but they were out of the box as well.
And that was the reason why I brought that up, because currently, and I know you've mentioned in the past that a lot of people that are collecting are very, very fussy about the boxes, very, very fussy about condition, et cetera, et cetera. However, as time goes on, there's going to be more of a market for loose, and you're going to find more loose ones out there as well. You're going to find ones with boxes in off condition, that kind of thing. So I wanted to just kind of show this out there that they do sell.
Yeah, they're worth buying. I think the guy had 400 loose ones. And I ran comps on other similar lots, and they're going for about $2 to $4 a piece. Unless you got some rare ones, I paid $1 a piece on these, so I still made money.
Right, and that's good. That's very good help to anybody out there, especially with garage sale season opening. If you see them loose out there, now you kind of have an idea what a common one goes
and
for.
And the good thing, usually their accessories are attached to them, so you don't have to worry about like the staffs and the knives being separate in boxes. So they're molded to them. So.
Right. The next item I picked up over here.
Didn't even know I owned this. All right, World of Horror #4, 1974, British horror magazine. Ringo Starr does not look normal. I never knew that Ringo Starr actually put on a Star Trek costume to portray Spock. But good for him. And I don't even see him on the cover, or I don't see his name on the cover. Am I missing something here?
That was the reason why I brought that up.
Here we go. Ringo Starr monster there. Ringo Starr's monster. Maybe Leonard Nimoy is his monster.
It seemed illogical.
And maybe that's why it took 3 years to sell.
Right, yeah. And that was the why I brought that up. It jumped out at me when I was looking there.
And sadly, the person that listed this, he doesn't work for me anymore, but he was like a sci-fi guy. So how would you not notice Spock or even Star Trek? Something, well, even it says Star Trek on there, but, maybe get rid of British horror.
Or I was just thinking
and
exactly
even shorten
the same
magazine
thing.
to mag. You know,
Yep.
I don't know. It is what it is. It did
sold,
sell finally.
Yep.
You know, but you know, it could be worth 30, 40. If you had it, you probably would have got 30, 40 bucks for it. You know, it is what it is.
Right, yeah, and that was the reason why I brought that one. You know, you jumped right on the first thing that I did. Next item I brought up was Mishmash.
So I had an issue with this lot. My employee listed it. Again, they're in a hurry, and we tried to catch it beforehand, but someone already bid on it. And I don't know if my one employee made a revise. He may have revised it. So the first employee listed three pictures, and I think it was the one lot here with the grouping with the better, bigger stuff, which it still looks like mishmash. He had this, and I had that. And then my other employee, I said, listen, take it apart, because he's better with lots. He should have just shifted them over and maybe put this first. But again, whoever bought it knew what they were getting at this point, and it probably helped drive the price up from $50 to $90. So I can't argue with that. I was hoping to get 100. He originally put it at 50. I said, you know, we couldn't jack it up because
bid was already on it. Yeah.
So, but I didn't pay that much for it, 20, 30 bucks maybe. So we're still making money.
Yeah, and I just want to bring it up just because, again, it just shows that if you do have a pile of characters, action figures, that sort of thing out there, you can move it. You can get rid of it, definitely.
Yeah, doing a better picture, though, saves a lot of time and trouble down the road. Less questions asked.
Next item I brought up.
Okay, wow, I didn't know I owned this either. I'm getting shocked tonight. All right, Magic the Gathering, lot of 27 cards.
We got to do this more often.
Multiple mana holofoil. I don't even know what that is. I don't follow it, but I do sell it. So I guess.
Okay, you didn't help me one bit because I was going to ask you why this lot went for $400.
So we got this one employee. He'll list anything you give him, anything that's floating around. He'll just take it and go with it, which I love. So I didn't even know he found a pile of Magic cards, because I generally don't even buy Magic cards, but he found them. He knows a little bit about them, maybe put them out. He knew what a multiple mana was. He did some research, and it went for almost $500.
Okay, so that you didn't really help me at all, because I don't know what mana.
Well, I do know the mana is good, but multiple mana is better.
Well, there we go. All right, and next item I brought up for you. Go ahead.
Apparently, I just know what the cheap stuff is, but MTH is Mike's Train House, Electric Trains Catalog, 1998.
Okay.
And $15. We had it up for a couple years, so not too bad. It's one of those things we were getting free ones. They were shipping us free ones in the mail or something, so we put them on there, and there's always someone looking for them. And you're talking 24 years old.
Right, and the reason why I brought this up is if you start going to sales, you will find catalogs, train catalogs. There's something or other you'll find a lot of at one place, because again, the person will be a train collector. A lot of the train collectors themselves will walk right by these because it's not what they collect. They collect the train pieces themselves. You can pick these up for $1 or less in lots. And I wanted to kind of bring it up just to show that they do sell, because I sell them as well. Aren't something that I enjoy selling, but they do sell. It's money, I guess, is what it comes down to. And the last thing I brought up for you.
All right. Fleetwood Mac, Think About Me record, sleeve only. Well, the good news is, we did sell this one, I think. Or is this one we couldn't find? I can't remember now.
You sold it, yeah.
We sold a sleeve, but we couldn't find it. Maybe this was the one. Any which way, it went for $20. They paid for it. I don't know if they got it or not.
But the reason I brought it up, though, is just because I would never think to list just the sleeve itself.
Right.
Well,
this was from the Pittsburgh deal where we imported all his 15,000 listings, and we put offers in, and this person bought it out for the full price without making an offer. Well,
shout out to the Pittsburgh guy, because he knew to list that without it. So I wouldn't have known anything at all about that sleeves themselves sell like that. Head on into mine. Live Oak Inn cocktail menu, Los Gatos, California, 1950s. Is that a nice looking menu or what?
It's very good looking menu.
Yeah, that was. I got $32 out of it.
They really should be in business still.
I got $32 out of that, definitely, because again, if you are somebody that's into that, you've got some kind of a basement bar, some kind of a basement type thing like that, that is just going to look awesome up on the wall. And that's something or other that I've definitely gotten a lot better at throughout the years, is realizing that a lot of times eye appeal is important. Yeah. And that is something or other that just jumps out at you, and is a very nice looking menu right there. And
what's amazing to me is it's from California, and how it got its way from California to New York. It took 60, 70 years.
That is true. And it's probably going back out to California.
Probably.
Probably what happened is somebody probably went on a vacation out there and picked this up, and it just was in their stuff. Next item I have over here. I got excited when I saw this. Vanity, well,
cool cover.
Not because of her. Vanity Fair, November 1985. Sylvester Stallone, Jack Nicholson, Helmut Newton. And the reason I did not list Brigitte is because I wanted to list Nicholson because he's inside, and I wanted to list Stallone. And I already took the word magazine out, and Brigitte was still too long to list.
What if you did Sly, Stallone, Rambo? Because it does say Mr. and Mrs. Rambo.
Yeah, I could have done that as well. Yeah,
no, it sold. It didn't matter.
But here's the crazy thing about it.
It's only $28.
It's about a $15 magazine.
Oh, good for you.
That stunned me.
I would never list it that cheap.
No.
And it's like it's in good shape, too.
That stunned me.
Wow.
This is a $15 magazine.
It's almost 40 years old. I mean, any magazine with no one on the cover should be, $28.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a $15 magazine, regularly sells for that, and I basically had the same feeling that you did. I said, it's worth more than that.
Quick question, though. You ever try Amazon for the heck of it?
Not on something other like that. I probably
being
should.
so cheap, I would say, hey, let me just see if it's on there.
Right.
Maybe a $50 mag.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's very
Cool.
true there. But again, that's one of those that I just looked at. I said, it's better than a $15 magazine. I'll put it up at $28, and I did get full price for it, so cannot argue with that. H.P. Lovecraft Valentine paperback, lot of 6. I picked these up at a house sale, and then I said, I don't want to list these individually. They're worth, $5 to $10 a piece individually. So I threw them up together in a lot. That's a good way to move stuff out, especially, things like this that are of the same theme type deal. I think I took 38 or something dollars or something or other like that. So I ended up getting $6 a piece,
cool
which
covers.
is right in the middle. Yeah.
Covers are nice.
Yep, and it's right in the middle of what I should be getting for them. So I was very, very happy to do that, and I'd rather move them all out in one lot than, because sure, I might get $1 to $2 more selling them individually, but then you got the extra fees, the extra 30 cents, the extra packing materials. You're better off selling them this way. Next up, Wired Magazine, March 2021. $24 on that. I bring this up because I have a lead on Wired magazines, and I wanted to show Mr. Magazine that he will be getting a good deal.
Oh, good. I'm very glad. That's a Lamborghini Aventador on the bottom there in white, in case you're wondering.
Did the lister list that, or is the lister an idiot?
No, well, he listed people I've never heard of, but they could be famous. I don't know.
Well, the lister's an idiot.
Not everyone knows that. It's just the one percenters.
There you go. There's a good time coming. Songs of the Hutchinson Family sealed LP. I brought this up because...
Oh, because they're starting to grade sealed records and Laserdiscs? Yeah, I agree.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I brought it up because of the catchy tunes the Hutchinson Family did, like... Why do I feel like
Roll out the barrel?
Why do I feel like we're on Who's That Line? Whose line is it anyway?
It's performed at an institution. We don't know which one, but
I brought this up because I don't generally deal in records, but one day I was with Mrs. Papergoy out at a thrift store, and she was looking through stuff, and I said, let me look through the records. And they were $1 a record, I think, or something or other like that. And I found it sealed, and I said, it's got to be worth picking up sealed. And it took 6 months, but it sold for $24, so not a bad little return on $1 investment on that.
Of course, nice.
And the last item we have today,
whoa,
Canyon, Kitties, and Humus, and I don't know why I didn't put the space after Kitties. That probably hurt my search.
Yeah, went for around 200.
James Swinnerton comic pages, Native American, lot of 34. Picked this up in a lot somewhere or other, and just put a bunch of different pictures up. I didn't know anything about these. They just kind of came in a lot. I think I took $150 for the lot, 34 of them, so that's $4 a piece, and they're cut out of a magazine. So somebody had gone, week after week or month after month in a magazine.
Is it sought after? The artwork? I mean, someone's got to draw it out.
Yeah, I guess just the artist or whatever, or maybe because of the volume of them that I had. Yeah. Something or other like that. I did a little research and saw that people were selling them, so I just threw up a lot, and it took 2 years to sell, but very, very happy.
I thought that was Toucan Sam. My bad. Sorry.
But yeah, so again, lots seem to be the way that I'm starting to trend too. Maybe because I have so much stuff and I need to move the stuff out. I don't know.
Well, that stuff's sitting around. That's what I love. Hey, this has been sitting around for 2 years. Throw it up, $50. Boom.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what else is trending?
Hitting the like button.
You are right. If you could do that, we really would appreciate it, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.